I was thinking about, I wanted to sing a song about the rain. It's raining men.
Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Yeah, we're harmonizing,
Amen.
and I've got the higher one, and Des has the lower one.
We're going to get sued.
Oh, we can't keep getting sued.
We already got sued last week. We can't.
Guys, you have to. We're going to set up a GoFundMe for all of our lawsuits.
What if we intentionally keep getting sued, though? Because it's like, oh, man, another
We
lawsuit.
got sued again.
Get us another 100.
Help,
Thank
money,
you.
please.
Give me money, please. Oh, my gosh.
Oof.
Yeah, it is raining in Southern California.
I know, which it never does. You know what I was thinking about earlier when I was walking my dog, Breck? Because I was going to say, we should say it's raining in Southern California.
And we did.
And we did. They say South Florida and Southern California. Why don't they say South California and Southern Florida? But those sound weird. Isn't that weird?
My brain just exploded.
Isn't that weird, though?
Drew dropping mad facts.
Guys, we just started, too. We just started.
Oh,
so,
my God.
like,
But it's the same thing. Like in California, they call it the 101, the 405.
do you know why they do that?
I've heard it. Why? You're going to tell me. Go ahead.
So the freeways used to be called like the San Jose Freeway or like the Golden State Freeway. Like they used to have names, and then they just stopped calling them those, and it just got into like the
Shorter and shorter.
Yeah, but the part stuck. So,
Wow. What other little factoids do you got for us today, Andrew Simon?
did you know?
Oh, boy.
That did you know that the very first Beatles song to be played on American radio was I Wanna Hold Your Hand?
Really?
Yeah. I won a radio contest doing that once when I was in like
Wait, why? You called in?
I called in. There was the well, how are we doing this? There was this radio show in Colorado, and they had this thing called Stump the Sage, and there was a DJ, and he was like smart about everything, and you could call in and you could stump him with like music trivia. And this is way before you could Google anything. And so I remember I had learned that in like my music class, and so I called and I stumped him, but he was like, "How old are you?" I was like, "I'm 11." And he was like, "You legally can't win a contest."
He's like, you get a new car.
So they put my mom on the phone, and they like gave me like a free like. Actually, I remember exactly what it was. They gave me a free Soul Coughing CD. It's a band.
Wow. And you ran away with that prize, huh?
I remember listening to it, and I was like, "This isn't very good."
They're like, what can we get rid of?
Yeah.
Like, what do we
They had
even
like
give
one
this
hit.
child?
They had like one hit.
Oof.
One
Okay.
hit wonders, Soul Coughing.
Yeah.
We got to talk about sports.
Yeah, it's okay.
Or are we?
I mean, I don't know. You're just spitting mad facts for the past 5. So we're not mad about it. So,
Des, my do not disturb isn't on. Hold on.
Okay.
Now it's on.
Great. Yeah, what a sports week we had. Honestly, outside of sports, my life is non-existent. I have really
Tell me about
nothing
it.
to catch anyone up on other than we're here and thriving. Yeah, I got nothing at all.
Nothing at all?
Wait a minute, we went to Horror Nights.
Oh, yeah, we should talk about that.
It was fine. Actually, we haven't had a debrief. It
You
like
and I?
happened,
Yeah.
and then we just never talked about our feelings about
Well,
it.
because it happened, and we got home at like Des and I got home at like 3 a.m. Speaking of Horror Nights, like zombies. I was completely sober, but driving home was a marathon for me.
And I had to wake up at 6 for
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
So I got 3 hours of sleep. So I think we were just in survival mode for 2 days straight.
I mean, you know,
I didn't love it. Here, okay, if you live in LA and you're thinking about Horror Nights, you only go if you get the VIP pass. And that sounds insane, but you're already paying $87 for a general admission versus $300. Now, this is where you come into the cost. Oh God, my dad's going to yell at me again. I'm so sorry, Ed. The costs
getting in trouble with their dad.
Dad, I'm so sorry. It's like time or money. The time or money fallacy, the cost of money whatever. So you have to look at what is more valuable to you. With general admission, very long story short, we were able to get a couple passes to the front, and we were able to skip these 2.5 hour wait long lines.
Because my girlfriend took one for the team.
Yes. But the thing is, after I went through those haunted houses, I was like, if I waited 2.5 hours, I would have been pissed off. And the thing about Horror Nights is they oversell so that you have to pay for VIP. So all that being said, yeah, it was fine. I hadn't been in 6 years. I'm happy I went, but will I go again soon? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think, I mean, it was fun. The company is what made it fun. We went with all of our friends and we had a very good time. That being said, yeah, they call them mazes. Like, they're all haunted houses and they're all like themed for different movies or TV shows. And there were so many people, and they're trying to get so many people through that they're just literally, there are like the scare actors, and then there are these workers that are just in like black cloaks, and they're just filing you along. They're just standing there, just like ushering you through, so you can't stop. I remember I got more scared by them sometimes.
Yeah,
I'd turn the corner and be like, "Ah, Jesus!"
Yeah, they would just be standing there,
and they'd look like they hated their lives. But yeah, you either caught like the very end of like a scare sequence or the very beginning of one, and you just, there's just way too many people there.
Way too many people. Good vibes. Like, the scare zones were fun. Scare zones are like when you're out walking to different directions and there are scare actors out there. So it's just spooky. Tis the season, you know. The best part, in my opinion, was the Purge water show.
The Purge water show was sweet.
So cool. So they typically, what is the water show called?
Waterworld.
Waterworld. So at Universal during the day, all these stunt actors come in. It's a sick water show. So they did this for the Purge, and it was some of the best stunts I've seen. It was fascinating. That was my favorite part.
They like dive from like 30, 40 feet up in the air.
Unreal.
They had this really cool like element where they had like dyed water. So every time, it was gory, but like every time like someone would get shot or cut, like they had like dyed water fly everywhere, like red water,
yes,
and it would fly like everywhere.
I forgot about that.
It was
because
really cool.
What was the craziest part is if an actor fell into the water because they died, they never came up.
Des was really concerned about that.
I was like, the fact, and this is a giant pool. The actors are staying underground somehow and get all the way to, I don't know where. It's probably like the outside of the pool. I just kept thinking they had to go all the way back to the backstage, and I was like, that's a full, I would say, full swimming pool to get from where they died to backstage.
It's wild for sure.
Unreal. Anyways, that's all my past week.
That's it. That's all I got. It's raining now. I haven't yelled at anyone in the car this week, so we're good.
Oh yeah, typically you talk about your road rage.
I did have someone honk in my ear yesterday.
Oh, no.
Well, I was waiting to go straight, and then the left doesn't want to do this at all. But I'm already here. The left turn lane was next to me to the left, and it turned green, and no one was driving. But I was in the straight lane. I wasn't at fault here. But there were like 3 cars that were lined up, and then the 4th car honked, and it wasn't just like a beep, beep, like go ahead. It was lay on the horn, but the front of his Mercedes AMG was right by my ear, and it scared me.
Yeah, are you okay?
I'm fine, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
I'm glad I brought that up.
I know, I'm really glad too. At least you didn't yell at anyone.
I didn't yell at anyone. Everyone's my friend today.
Yeah? Speaking of my friend, is this scoreboard. Let's switch it. Let's switch it, baby. Here we go. I'll just get mine over with. You know what? We're going to talk about the game, but we go from 3-2 to 4-2. I feel okay. And I think Drew does too.
I'm not talking about it. I just did it. That's it.
Just a 1-5.
Still could go. So my predictions could still go right. 6-2.
You could still go 6-2.
Mathematically possible.
Mathematically, you could go 6-2. It just would be opposite.
There could be a 6 and a 2 on
we
the
could just
scoreboard.
flip the screen and mirror it.
You know what? It'd be a miracle if we get one more win, honestly. So
wow. Yeah, Drew keeps thinking every time we get a notification from like ESPN or something, he's like, is Mike McDaniel fired?
No, not yet. It's Tuesday. They're not going to fire him this late, so we'll have to wait till next week probably.
Oh, yeah. It would be like right after the game.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of that, do you just want to rip the Band-Aid off, dude?
Talk about my game first.
I feel like let's just get it over with, you know?
Uh-huh.
For both of us.
For both of us.
And me. No, it's just it was a brutal. We were all rooting for you. You know,
that's true.
We were all rooting for you. Dolphins playing Chargers.
Broncos country wanted us to win badly.
God, man,
and we almost did. Almost did
until the very literal final second.
ESPN had us at like an 89% win probability after we scored our Darren Waller touchdown, and then it all went to hell after that. Oh my God. We lost 29-27 Chargers. I don't know what I want to talk about. I mean, there's so many cool things that happened in the game that like are just completely null and void. Like we're wasting so many good players. Like Devon Achane had another 100 rushing game, 128 yards, averaging 8 yards a carry, which is huge. He had 2 touchdowns. He had another 22 receiving yards. So like he is our offense at this point. Like even we were watching with our friend Perry, which we'll get into how mean we were to Perry later. But we were watching with Perry, and he's like, if I watch Tua do a dump screen pass to Achane one more time, I'm going to blow my brains out. And I was like, yeah, I've had to do that this entire season. The amount of times that Tua like panic looks and then just goes, oh, Achane's over there. And I wish you could hear what Achane is thinking, because he's probably standing there going, don't throw the ball to me, don't throw the ball to me. Because there's like 8 defenders just waiting for him. And then he throws it. He's like, cool, great. And then just gets annihilated. I mean, this game, he had an okay game. But so that we wasted one of the most beautiful Jalen Waddle catches I've ever seen over the shoulder. And people are talking about this. It only was a phenomenal catch because Waddle had to adjust to a probably not good throw by Tua. Like Waddle was looking over, I think it was his right shoulder, and then the ball went to his left shoulder. So he had to look, caught it, bobbled it up, fell down onto his back, and then the ball still came down and he caught it. Phenomenal catch. Doesn't mean anything because we lost the game. Tua threw 3 more interceptions. One of them was his very first throw. Interception immediately. It was a bobble by Waddle, but still. Then had another not great pick, and then his final pick was the end of the game where it's just like, we're going for it. We're going to do 18 laterals and go crazy. Like the defense in the huddle is like, they're going to do something crazy. Like there's no plan for it. They're just like, watch them throw the ball in any weird way. And we didn't even get to do that. Tua was like, all right, you guys ready? This is our big moment. Interception. So not ideal. Tua has, I keep talking about his post-game press conferences because there's nothing to talk about on the field. But he called out his teammates for missing meetings. He said that there's no leadership. He said, quote, it's a leadership problem, which I have 2 things for that. One, your leader is the coach. So he's 1A, either calling out McDaniel, point blank, or he's saying it's a leadership problem. Hey, Tua, you're the captain of the team. You're the quarterback of the team. Why don't you be a leader? Why aren't you saying it's a leadership problem and it starts with me? Tua's been doing a lot of finger pointing this season, and I don't like it. I want some accountability from my quarterback. Then McDaniel, the day later, was like, Tua shouldn't have said that. He said it was not the place to say that, and we should have those conversations not in public. And kind of saltily was like, the meetings that Tua is talking about are player-only meetings that are not sanctioned by the coach. So he was kind of like, it's not my purview, not my problem, not my circus. So it's falling apart in Miami for sure. Not good. I mean, look, what else is there to talk about like on the field? There's just not a lot of good stuff to talk about. What I do kind of want to talk about is, a lot of people pointed this out, Jalen Phillips had Justin Herbert sacked. Had the game pretty much over, sacked, done. Herbert got out of it. What people are saying is he couldn't finish the sack because of NFL rules of how you can tackle the quarterback. Because he went to tackle him and then he fell down. So now he's by his legs. But he can't grab him and tackle him by his legs because you can't attack the quarterback below the knee. So Phillips gave up because he was like, I can't tackle him anymore. And that gave Herbert the opportunity to then throw the ball to Ladd McConkey, who wears a size triple XL helmet.
Yeah.
Why is this helmet so much bigger than his
I don't
head?
know, he just has a shrunken head. It has
Is
to
it
be
that, though?
I don't know, because it's not a Guardian cap.
No.
He just looks like a 2-year-old wearing a football helmet.
His helmet's so big.
It's so big on him.
It's so much bigger than his head. I don't understand. So anyway, that was pretty much the thing that sealed it. Then they kicked a field goal. Dicker, the kicker, is breaking all of our hearts now at this point. So
yeah, I also think wow, sort of crazy. We always talk about how Chargers Broncos are quite similar in a lot of aspects this season besides records. It's interesting that we have both lost by the Chargers by a field goal. That's tragic.
super tragic.
Super tragic. But who tackled Herbert? Ramsey?
Jalen Phillips.
Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you just, if it was one of the final plays, wouldn't you just risk the penalty?
I mean,
that's what I would do.
Yeah, but they would probably call it. Then it's an automatic first down, 15 yards, and they probably win the game anyway.
Tricky.
And no
stuff.
Phillips, I don't think, has said that. People are just pointing it out from the video that it looks like that's what happened. So, I mean, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do with the little time we have left talking about the Dolphins.
Okay.
I want to talk about how I'm already window shopping new head coaches.
Okay.
Because McDaniel's probably done, right?
Yep.
And the side thing that I do want to say is if you're Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Everyone knows you're going to fire him. You probably know you're going to fire him. The only reason you won't fire him this year, the only way he doesn't get fired, is if you go on some historic run and make the playoffs. That's the only way. That's not going to happen. So what are you waiting for?
Okay.
You got to insert a spark somehow. He said the only reason he would fire him is if the team looks like it's not playing hard enough and fans don't show up. There were not a lot of fans in the stands this game.
No, there were not.
And it doesn't look like... I mean, the team's still fighting, but I don't know. I personally, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you're waiting for. So I'm looking at new, fancy, sexy head coaches.
Okay, who's sexy?
Well, one head coach who's not sexy.
Oh.
In what I don't want. I'm not attacking the person's appearance, but
I will.
Rex Ryan. Everyone's like, Rex Ryan really wants to get back into coaching. He's an analyst for ESPN, but he coached forever. But he was the Jets coach for a while. He's been really critical of Mike McDaniel a lot. And people think it's because he's trying to like gun for the job. I don't want him. Do not give me Rex Ryan. I hated him when he was the coach of the Jets. Do not get Rex Ryan anywhere near my team. So
rumored candidate Rex Ryan says, hell no, he hasn't heard from the Dolphins.
Good. And he won't continue to. Get Rex. I don't want him anywhere near my team.
Okay. So he's not a sexy contender.
No, that's like my one I don't want. Just getting that out there.
Okay.
But here's some other ones.
How about,
Here's your reasonable one that I think would be fun. I also think he'd probably be the interim head coach just because he's got some moxie and he's been with the team for a minute. Anthony Weaver, our defensive coordinator, who is leading a terrible defense, to be fair, but he's leading them with, he has no tools. He has no tools to lead them with. So I could see that. I think he's young. He's got some fire. He just looks like a coach. He sounds like a coach. Not this mumbling. I can't keep listening to McDaniel's press conferences. They're driving me insane. Anyway, but that's not fun. I want to talk about the fun ones, right? So I was reading some articles to see what other people are saying. A lot of people said Darren Rizzi, who used to be our special teams coordinator for a long time, now the special teams coordinator and assistant head coach for the Broncos.
Good, get him out of here.
No, don't want him. Don't want him. Nope.
Dolphins, you know what? I will give him.
We don't want him.
You know what?
We don't want him.
I know you're asking nicely and you're going through a lot. I'll give you Darren Rizzi.
Don't want him.
Well, it's too late. I've already given him.
I love how I've been like, these are my coaches I want. I start with two coaches.
I still have no idea who you want. How about, can you just name one that you want?
These are pipe dreams, but you ready?
Okay.
Dan Campbell.
What?
Dan Campbell.
Dude.
The Lions are starting to falter. The Lions are starting...
What?
Hold on. The Lions are slipping a little bit.
You're insane, Andrew Simon.
What if the Lions falter a little bit more? What if they just eke into the wild card and lose? What if they don't even make the playoffs? Then they're like, you know what? We got to make a crazy change. Dan, you revitalized our team, but you're not right for us. Fire Dan Campbell. Campbell comes back to the team where he started it all. Dolphins head coach. That's my pipe dream.
Okay, yeah, that's totally possible.
You want
for
another
sure.
crazy pipe dream?
Oh, we're already here. Go for it.
Now, I thought this was crazy until I read it in one of the articles. So someone else is thinking crazy like me. Deion Sanders.
Dude.
Prime time.
What? He just signed a contract with CU.
But contracts mean nothing in this world.
Oh my
and you
God.
can walk out of them. He's wanted to go to the NFL for a while. So what if he goes to a fun, cool team in South Florida? And while he's there, Tua's on his way out. We don't have any draft picks. So what do? A little boop, boop, boop trade? Get Shadur back with his dad? Now Shadur's throwing bombs for the Dolphins. Pretty cool. Could happen. So, listen, there was another article that said that.
Really?
Another article said that. They said Deion Sanders. Also Nick Saban, maybe?
Okay.
Used to famous coach of Alabama for a long time, but he did coach the Dolphins for like one season.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Okay.
So that could be cool. And then, yeah, I saw like other names that I saw were like Mike McCarthy, John Gruden. Don't want John Gruden anywhere near my team. And then someone said Jim Harbaugh.
I'm really trying so hard to like listen and be like, this is so, yeah, for sure. But the things that you are saying are so insane. I feel like as your co-host, I can't let you keep saying these things.
Look at my season record right
yeah,
now.
1-5. All right, you can say whatever you want.
No,
and then I'll just nod.
I'm just saying crazy things make you say crazy things.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I've been there. Without a doubt. But I don't think I'm ever saying Jim Harbaugh or Dan Campbell, who are leading epic teams right now, would ever go to a 1-5 Dolphins team that is crumbling, that Tua is saying there's no leadership, that, come on, man.
Kick me while I'm down. You kick me while I'm down.
No, that's why I said I'm trying to listen and say
kick me
yes.
while I'm down.
Out of all of those, who do you think is the most
likely?
Reasonable, yeah.
Anthony Weaver.
Why not your OC?
I don't know, because people haven't been saying a lot. I think this is his first year with the team, and so I just think they want something that has a little bit more fire, and I know Anthony Weaver has more fire.
Okay, so the DC,
yeah.
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
Here's another one. Here's another one that I thought about.
Oh, it's just right there. It's at the tip of his tongue.
I'm going to ask, and then you're going to know immediately, but I want to do it, but I can't think of his name. Who's your defensive coordinator right now?
No, I'm not even going to let you. I'm not even going to tell.
I can't remember his name because he was our defensive coordinator for a while.
That's so cool. You're not getting him. You're not getting him.
Could be cool.
I know, could be cool, but we don't know his name. I don't know it either.
Remind me of his name.
There's no, you know what? There is a way. There is a way.
I know.
Because he is going to be interviewing for head coaching positions.
And we're going to need one. We will definitely interview him.
So
the door is wide open.
Okay, so do you think, don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. So you think McDaniel's going to make it to the end? Because you're talking about a lot of coaches. You're not thinking about interim head coach. You're not thinking about someone that can step up right away. The DC, sure. But a lot of the ones you're naming are in the offseason. Yeah, because
typically interim head coaches don't usually then get named the head coach. It happens sometimes.
Yeah. Anthony, that guy at Raiders. Anthony Richard. No, that's the quarterback. Anthony. We'll never know. We're not Googling anything this episode. No, I'm just not telling Drew who our head coach.
But he didn't make it.
No,
eventually.
But he had a great interim year, and then they, they hired him back and then didn't, and then they said, hey, Pete Carroll, you can do so much better. Yeah. And the Raiders are doing so good this season. It's they made a great choice. You know one thing about the Raiders?
What's one thing about the Raiders?
They have done everything they can. They've done coaches. They've done quarterbacks. They have done everything they possibly can.
Built a stadium.
What is the one consistent thing?
Quarterback.
The ownership.
The Davises.
Yes, that is the only thing in that terrible haircut.
Yep.
Both of them gotta go. The hair, and him.
But here's the frustrating thing about owners: no one makes them go. They are the top of the.
Yeah, it's impossible. Actually, it's
they either get like taken out by
an assassin,
scandals, or as an assassin.
Oh, scandals,
or they die,
or by an assassin.
We also allegedly we're not.
Allegedly, I'm not going to hire an assassin.
That would be insane.
That would be insane. It's raining men. Hallelujah.
Stop jumping from one lawsuit to another lawsuit, Des.
I'm just trying to cover up my lawsuits right now.
All right, so that's it. So yeah, Dan Campbell will be the head coach of the Dolphins 2026.
Okay.
With Deion Sanders as the assistant head coach and quarterbacks coach for his son, Sanders. You heard it here first.
Okay.
You want to talk about the Broncos?
Yeah, I really do. You know what? Yeah, you are saying insane things, but it's like, what's the best way I can support you? Just allow it and just be like, as we are in a sports podcast.
Yeah, but I think also like they call that enabling, you know?
And I'm great at that.
You are really good at
right,
enabler.
I'll enable the hell out of you.
No, you should check me a little bit. Okay,
I'm trying.
Real quick. Out of my pipe dreams, though, what's the one where you're like, you could see the tiniest of pipe dream?
RDC.
That's not a pipe dream. I like that one.
That's Dan Campbell, Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Those are your two pipe dreams.
Those are my two pipe dreams. Which one do you see more?
Deion.
Me too. Cool. See? Look, we agreed on something.
I hate this so much. You know what I hate even more? Our win against the Jets. What? What did she just say? I know. Brutal game. We woke up at
Oh my
for
God.
the 6:30 game. It was the longest day of my life. The longest day. We beat the Jets 13-11. An 0-6 team, 13-11. After we just defeated the reigning Super Bowl champs, the undefeated Super Bowl champs, who have now been defeated twice. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm sure we just absolutely whooped the Jets last year, right? We beat them 10-9 last year. So what the hell? Like someone DM'd me and it's so funny because I was like, I don't want to take credit for it, but I don't remember who said this. So I am taking credit for it.
Great.
Here we are. He said that he always says the Broncos play at the level of the team they're playing against.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so true. It is so true. We played at an elite level against the Eagles and we won. We played at a dog level against the Jets.
Half of the team played at
Half of the team. And I will get into my notes for it. But we should have, what we were putting up a week before, we should have absolutely gone through and destroyed them. But I said before, London's a crazy place. They call things weird things. Weirder things can happen. This was a weird thing, okay? So I was going through my notes, and I was like, okay, defense got it. Defense, notes. I had one note about the offense. And the only note that I wrote at all about the offense was Knicks didn't have any completions in the second half till 10 minutes left of the game. That is the only note I had on the offense. So then I had to add one. I said, Ingram and Mims did well, ? Nate Atkins had the only touchdown all game? ? I
mean, he did, but
he
question mark?
Okay. So great. Offense done. That portion done. Let's get into the defense. This is where we can start really going off, okay? In a good way. The Broncos defense is in a historic moment right now. For those that aren't Broncos fans that are listening to this podcast, like what they are putting up, we have not seen in decades, okay? Let me just go through this.
Go through it, Des.
The Broncos have allowed under 100 yards only 5 times. We held the Jets to only 82 yards to our plus 200 yards against the Jets, all right? That's one. Jets had negative 10 passing yards. More specifically, Justin Fields, negative 10 passing yards. That is the fewest in Jets franchise history and fewest by any team since 98. The 1998 Chargers were that team. Also, the fewest yards Broncos have held a team in our history as well, one of the lowest. The Broncos did not allow the Jets in the red zone all game. Our two teams went to England and we said, England, we're going to show you a game. And we just kicked the ball back and forth. Field goal, safety, field goal. Nate Atkins touchdown. All right. The red zone was barely touched. I mean, it was more by the Broncos, but Jets were out of it the entire time.
But the Broncos knew because they were playing in, I think they did this on purpose. They were playing in London, only game that now. Red zone's not on yet. So they were like, well, we can't. What's the point in being in the red zone? Because the TV channel red zone's not even on yet. So they're not going to show us.
So they didn't want to
So let's not even go to the red zone.
Yeah.
Let's not even give them the opportunity.
They're not even going to show it on red zone.
That's why they did it,
You're
I bet.
So smart and not delusional at all. We sacked Justin Fields 9 times.
9?
9 times, okay? And how many completions did Justin Fields have? 10. No, 9. He had 9 completions. I'm sorry. He had 9 completions. We sacked Justin Fields as many completions, as many times Justin Fields' ball was caught. 9 times. It is the 5th time a defense has sacked a quarterback 9 times and has allowed them under 10 completions since 2000. 5th time in 25 years. 5th time. We are the 9th defense in the NFL ever to record 30 sacks in 6 games, in 6 weeks.
Crazy.
We are the 2nd since 2000 to record 30 sacks, all right? It's unreal the numbers we were putting up. 30 sacks in the NFL, okay? Who's the second best? Obviously, number 1 is 30 sacks. Second, Steelers. Good job, Steelers. 20 sacks. We are 10 sacks ahead of the second best team in the NFL. That is insane. And a majority of that came from us just absolutely handing it to Justin Fields over and over and over. My God, do I feel bad for the man. A slight tangent. I feel so bad for him. Like, what is it like to be so... He is so hated by the Jets fan base. The Steelers didn't want him anymore. They got... Right? Justin Fields. Yeah, on the Steelers, they got rid of him. I just can't imagine being a football player and going through this. Like, yeah, he's not good, but man still has a soul that was sacked 9 times. That soul was sacked 9 times. I feel for him. Do you?
I have some empathy for Justin Fields, I think, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he plays for the Jets, so right now I have zero empathy for anyone on the Jets. But
that's so true.
But no, we were talking about like Phillies fans and how insane they are. The only other ones that are like crazy are Jets fans. Like, there's this clip, and topical for many reasons, but there's this clip after, do you remember the butt fumble? Uh-huh. So Mark Sanchez, but there was a clip of after halftime, after that butt fumble. For people who don't know what the butt fumble was, Mark Sanchez got the ball, freaked out, ran into his own offensive lineman, and fumbled the ball. Ran into his offensive lineman's tush and fumbled the ball. So after that, there's this clip of the team running into the tunnel at halftime, and Jets fans are screaming the most vile things at Mark Sanchez and the entire Jets team. They're just like, you guys suck. You're all awful. You're all just like awful, awful, awful. The best part about that is on that team at that time was Tim Tebow. And at some point, these people are screaming awful things. And you hear someone go, Tebow, save us. Tebow, we want you in the second half. Save us, Tebow. And it's just so funny that the New York Jets hell is attempted to be saved by Tim Tebow. But anyway, yes, it is not good.
It's not good over there for Justin Fields. So I feel for the man. But sacked 9 times. Back to the sacks. So listen, the Broncos are averaging 5 sacks a game. Absolutely unreal. I think the average probably 2 to 3, if that. Like, it is unreal how many sacks we're putting up a game. The NFL record right now for the most sacks in a season, the 1984 Chicago Bears, they hold the sack record with 72 sacks. With the Broncos averaging 5 sacks a game, the Broncos are on pace for an 85 sack season.
That's crazy.
That is 13 more sacks than the current NFL record. Broncos defense balling out. 9 sacks. Everyone got a piece. Everyone got a piece of Justin Fields and his negative 10 passing yards. All right. Brandon Jones, half a sack. Talanoa Hufanga had a sack. Uwama Urazurike, who we haven't really heard of, had a sack. He came in. It's been a long story for this guy. I was out last year gambling things. It's fine. He's back. I'm so happy to have you back, Uwazurike. Zach Allen with a sack. JFM, John Franklin Myers with a sack. Nick Baynito with a sack. Didn't get a sack and a half.
We thought he did. We got really excited for a
which
second.
we were rooting for. It's okay. Justin Stranad, a sack and a half. He got the sack and a half. And Jonathan Cooper with 2 sacks.
Coop, there it is.
Coop, there it is. Coop, there it is. Sue us. Coop, there it is. Yes. So 8 players had sacks. That is bonkers. So Cooper, 2 sacks. Cooper, I don't think has gotten enough praise because on the other side of the ball is Nick Bonito, and all eyes on him for DPOY, right? We absolutely, hands down, have the best edge rusher duo. Edge rushers, that is when they rush the quarterback, right? Cooper and Bonito, together, they have 25 tackles, 21 QB hits, and 12 and a half sacks combined.
That's insane.
Just bonkers numbers. Bonito, he has 20 and a half sacks in the last 20 games. Okay? He joins Von Miller as the only Broncos with 20 plus sacks in a 20-game span since 2000. We talked about last week how he's him and Von Miller, 2 peas in a pod. And Nick Bonito mentioned that when growing up, he didn't ever really have a team, so he always followed players. Von Miller was one of them. So I think it's, yes, everyone, are you shedding a tear?
You should be.
Yeah, I am. Because that is so cute that he absolutely idolized this man, and now look at him. He is in the same conversation as him. I think that's fascinating. One thing about DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year. PS2 got it last year. What happened before he won DPOY? He signed a contract extension in the offseason. The following year, he got DPOY. Nick Bonito signed a contract extension this offseason.
Crystal ball, what's going to happen?
Just saying. So things are really looking up for our defense, and it's absolutely, I think I just went like 10 plus minutes on our defense, and I couldn't find anything about our offense. You know what I mean? But so it's, yeah, Bo Nix did wink to the camera.
Sorry that I had to do that to you.
Yeah, Drew just winked at me.
And I hated it.
I just like, yeah, you just stop winking, please. Oh my God. It's like, I want to tear my eyelashes out. You're just the winks. The winks. Drew also called me bestie yesterday.
Hey, bestie. What's going on?
When I tell you, I stopped everything I was doing and just stared at him, and I was like, what did you just say to me?
No, bestie.
Stop.
And then the good news is her reaction made me keep pissing her off the rest of the day.
That's the thing. He just kept poking and poking. So, yeah, Bo Nix winked right after he did a giant incomplete pass. So, I don't know what that's about. Like, Bo Nix had a lot of, like, riz out there that game. He had a lot of swag.
He was swagging.
Yeah, and he seemed like, probably because it was announced that he's having a baby. Him and Izzy Smoke Nix.
What a great name.
Coolest name ever. They announced they're having a baby. So it's probably, I don't know, the size of a little legume, I'd say. It's probably not. It's probably the size of a volleyball or tennis ball. Babies, who knows? I did say
legume, volleyball, tennis ball.
All around
One
the
of
same
those.
size.
Yeah.
Yes. I said a couple weeks ago, I was like, this is my baby era. Everyone around me. And now Bo Nix, my friend Bo Nix, is also having a baby. So I'll probably have to be in town for the arrival of that.
I get that.
Our Majesty, Bo Nix Jr. So pretty exciting. Just wasn't a great win. And I feel bad saying that across a Dolphins fan. I really do. I don't like wallowing in it. But it's brutal. We almost didn't beat an 0-5 team. That's unreal.
But sitting as a Dolphins fan over here, you did. A win is a win.
A win is a win.
And you're 4-2. You're right up there at the AFC West. You're ahead of the dumb Chiefs. You are. Every team has those little eeky wins. Look at the Lions. They've got bad losses. Look at the Chiefs. Look at the Ravens. You're fine.
I know. I'm not saying I'm not fine. It's just like we were on such a high after the Eagles, and it just wasn't exactly it. But all that being said, a couple other notes I just have about the game and the Broncos in general. So we did go watch the game at a bar. my God, it was early. But we have been trying to get the Aussie, Aussie, Aussie chant going, right?
It's not working.
Whenever, what?
I mean, like other people aren't doing it.
Yes, Drew, you were at the same bar.
I was 6 a.m. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
That was my point I was about to make. Is finally when Jeremy Crawshaw is punting, we yell Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. We finally had people saying oi, oi, oi with us. Drew has no idea what I'm talking about. He was there, which was super exciting. And also, I do want to say, like, had a couple people come up and be like, hi, love what you guys are doing. Oh my gosh, yada, yada. There's one woman that came up to me and she goes, wow, I'm not going to lie, I didn't recognize you. As I'm wearing a bandana to cover my face, a hat to cover it even more, sometimes sunglasses. I didn't want anyone to know who I was. But she said, but I knew it was you because of him. She didn't point at Drew.
Oh.
She pointed at Perry.
Yeah.
Who was with us.
Yeah.
Which is a great time to mention. Last week, I think we absolutely bullied Perry, and I acknowledge I was a bully. I was feeling on top because of that win. But you know what? I'm going to try and change those ways of bullying Perry specifically, or just Eagles fans in general.
I am sorry too, and I will not bully Perry anymore either.
At least for a week, right?
Yeah.
We'll make it 7 days.
7 days until something happens to the Eagles, and then we can laugh at him.
And then we can bully him again.
Agreed.
Yeah, right now he's a little too down, so we can't bully him too much. Moving on. Not moving on. Oh my God, my last note. Guys, I keep forgetting. There is so much stuff that happened in Broncos World. I should have just said this for my weekly catch up. So they're over in London, and so they got to do so many fun things prior, right? One thing I had no idea about, Quinn Meinerz, he loves bird watching.
That's the coolest thing
Did you
ever.
know that?
Nope.
He posted, I caught 4 separate times, or 3 separate times, him posting a bird. And then would post some type of tranquil music with it, and then would like label what the bird was, and then would comment on the story and be like, bird watching. He did it 3 or 4 times while in London. Because this guy is massive. His nickname's the gut, the belly, whatever. And he's out there and he's like, this is what I like to do. I think could you ever see yourself bird watching?
No. The attention span to birdwatch, Des? You think I have the attention span to do that? No.
It makes me think of, so you know how like the whole wellness world, a lot of people are talking about like nervous system regulation, right? And how so many men enjoy golf, fishing, bird watching. I think that's the men's way of regulating their nervous system.
Yeah.
And then women, they just actually meditate and, things like that. But it's a way of regulating that nervous system. You have to sit there. You have to be patient. You have to be one with nature. And also, I didn't know this, but with whenever you hear birds chirping, it automatically regulates your nervous system because birds only chirp when they don't sense that they are in danger. So when you're like in the morning and you hear birds chirping, that's why it's so peaceful.
I'm gonna meditate right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's gonna be perfect on a podcast.
I'm gonna regulate my nervous system.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up some bird noises.
Please don't do this. Please, okay. I'm begging you, don't do this.
Okay. I'm just gonna meditate.
Okay, that's so great. So moving forward, the Broncos are going to go play the Giants, and we'll talk about them in a sec. We are really, we spent a long time talking about Drew's pipe dream coaches. So we're about 45 minutes in right now. So we got to keep moving forward. The Giants, though, I said at the beginning of the season, there's no way we're going to play Russell Wilson. Ding, ding, ding. It's the one thing out of the 273 things I've said that I am right about. We are playing Jaxson Dart. He is darting up. They also beat the Eagles. It's quite unreal. So we actually have to look at the Giants as a true contender. They're doing pretty great. Trey Greenlaw, who we signed off to the Niners this offseason, we've never seen him play for the Broncos.
Nope.
He finally might be able to come off of injured reserve this week.
That could be huge.
I know. He's a great player, so we shall see. Those are all the notes I have for the Broncos. So
you did a great job.
A lot of stuff. I know. A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff to go over off of a game that had no points scored. One touchdown and a safety. Just singular of both. Yes.
But multiple kicks.
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
All right.
So.
A little Lee Keshi uppy time.
Let's do it, dude.
Okay. What do you want? How do you
What do we start? Thursday night game?
Yeah.
Thursday night game. What do we got? Giants Eagles.
Yeah.
Perfect transition. Here we go. The Giants Eagles. Jaxson Dart, dude. He has so much swag.
I was going to say,
there.
talk about swag.
Dude, swag, Riz. He should have winked at the camera. He is a handsome fella, let me tell you. But
like
please stop winking at me, Drew. I'm about to quit this podcast. This is enough. Where's our HR department? I need to talk to them right now.
Probably you.
It's probably me.
Breck, you're the HR department.
I'm being assaulted by a man winking at me nonstop. Ugh, he doesn't want to have it. So anyways, Jaxson Dart, quite impressive. Jaxson Dart and Cam Skattebo. Cam Skattebo is the running back for the Giants. This man, he's unreal. How tall is he? Probably 5'8".
Yeah.
He's a little bit shorter.
He's as tall as he is wide, I think.
Yes. He's like a nugget. He's like a little nugget. And I mean that in a good way. My nickname is Nugget by some people that I love dearly.
5'11".
5'11". Wow. Not 5'8". But either way, that duo, they're unreal. Mm-hmm. They just remind me of two pit bulls or two dogs that are like, they just sort of run into each other and then play a little and then bark and bite at each other and they're like, good game, and then they go off. Yeah. Like, it's a very unique dynamic. Mm-hmm. And you were saying Cam Skattebo in college would warm up by beating his head against a brick wall? He hits his head.
There's a video a couple times of him like walking into the field and all of his teammates are walking by him and he's just hitting his head, helmet on, smart Skattebo, just hitting his head against the wall. And like one of the receivers like kind of walked by and was just like, yep, that's what he does. And then just like kind of walked in, one of other players was like, is Cam doing the thing again? And they're like, yeah, don't look at him. Like, and then he just goes and he's insane. Like the only other person that I think, and it wouldn't work position-wise, but if you had Jaxson Dart, Cam Skattebo, and then Tommy Cutlets on the team together, that'd be the greatest combination of insane.
Be like a New York fraternity of just like bros being bros. Uh-huh. You know, I read somewhere, and I know this is not right, but I heard like when Jaxson Dart and Cam Skattebo first met, because they're both rookies, that they like headbutted each other. And then that was like the first interaction they ever had together.
But I could see like in that headbutt and like bro world, they said so much to each other. Like there was like they headbutted each other and then they were like, I love you. I love you too. And then like that's all they do. So Cam's getting back on my good graces. I was all salty on him last week because he was blaming his gloves for fumbling.
I know, you hated
but
that.
I mean, he made up for it in a big way. So
he did. I mean, Skattebo is the first Giants rookie with 3+ rushing touchdowns since 1971.
That
big stuff right
insane.
There.
I mean, it's insane for him, but also crazy that the Giants haven't had a running back to score for 3 rushing touchdowns.
Rookie.
That makes more sense.
Still
crazy.
I know,
but that makes more sense. They had Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley was their rookie.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. Jaxson Dart became the first Giants rookie to beat the Eagles since 1950.
No one was
the first
live back
Giants
then.
Rookie. I know. Pretty crazy. Another Jaxson Dart is, and then we can talk about the Eagles real quick. So there was a part, and I don't remember who got the touchdown, but one ref was not calling it complete, and the other ref was like holding his hands up like touchdown, right? The one that wasn't calling it complete had one hand up because that's what you do. It's like, wait. And then Dart comes over and he's talking to the ref. He's like, come on, man, that's a touchdown. Finally, he hears behind him the ref go, it's a touchdown. And so Dart, with the ref's hand up, high fives the ref. Just walks away. Like, that's the energy you're getting. Yeah. And I just feel it just fits perfectly with the New York Giants. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm happy for them. I just, like, the Giants have been needing something for so long. It's just fun to watch what the hell's going to happen. And I might be saying things differently in a week after we play them, but it's just like a fun team to watch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And as far as the Eagles, pretty crazy. Jalen got an interception. Jalen Hurts had his first interception in the last 305 regular season passes. He's had 305 passes in the regular season with no interceptions. That snaps the longest streak in the NFL. All right,
Wow.
you guys, something's going on at the Eagles. What's also extremely interesting is 2 weeks ago, when did they have the all-players meeting? It was before the Broncos, right? Or was it after the Broncos?
I think it was before.
So A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley were part of this all-players meeting, right? Those three. They only had a meeting. A.J. Brown was asked about the all-players meeting. I feel like it was after the Broncos game. A.J. Brown was asked about it, and he goes, I don't recall a meeting. And they're like, no, Jalen Hurts and both Saquon Barkley said you were at the meeting. He goes, I don't recall a meeting. So something's up, dude.
Because they've also, hasn't AJ Brown and Devontae Smith kind of been talking about like not getting enough targets and like kind of being all salty.
Yeah, I think Brown is the head salt master.
Head salt master.
But dude, I don't know. Cracks are starting to show, and it's just I don't know. It's just weird to me because I'm like, you guys just won the Super Bowl. What's going on? Like,
and they're still what, 4-2?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, 2 losses in a row.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
I'm not excusing it, but I'm like, there's a downward trajectory, but still, like,
I know
they were in that like trajectory even before their loss to the Broncos.
Yeah,
stuff was getting all not good. So
I know. So that's all I have for Giants Eagles. It was a good game. My God, no one saw it coming. So
I was excited. Little Jordan Humphrey was in it too.
Oh my God.
Little Jordan Humphrey had a great game. He had 4 catches for 55 yards and a 35-yard bomber that he caught from Jaxson Dart. Love my guy, Little Jordan Humphrey. So I'm happy to see him.
Yeah.
That's all.
I know. It's pretty exciting. So that's all I got.
I want to talk about Tampa Bay Niners because Baker Mayfield. Always love me some Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
But he is just unstoppable.
He has so much swag.
So much swag.
That's what we should do. We should do a list of like the swaggiest players in the league.
I want to do.
That'd be a fun thing.
I think you should head up that because I want to do a list, and we're kind of segueing of players that look like they should be on the team that they're on. Like Baker Mayfield looks like he should be a Buccaneer, like a Pirate and a Buccaneer.
And
like Skattebo and Jackson Dart, New York all the way.
Yeah.
Like even Justin Herbert, California Charger boy.
Bro.
Now I've got a crazy one that I've been thinking about with this list. Bo Nix doesn't really look like a Bronco.
That's an insane thing.
No, this is just looks. Like,
what does a Bronco look like?
Peyton Manning. Like has kind of more like the cowboy like West. Even I was thinking like Josh Allen kind of has more of that like cowboy vibe to him.
You know what's so funny? I always feel like players look like their coaches.
Like dogs and their owners.
Yes. Look at the Vikings coach.
Yeah, well
and McCarthy.
That's crazy.
Peyton and Bo Nix.
Kinda.
Sort of. They're just both white men, but Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
I don't know. They sort of. I feel like the quarterbacks look like the coaches, like dogs and their owners.
Tua and McDaniel. It works. Tua kind of got like a Miami vibe.
Yeah, I think Tua's Miami.
Yeah. McDaniel's crazy Miami vibe.
Without a doubt.
For better or probably worse. Anyway, what I want to talk about with this game is, Baker Mayfield's very much making a case to be MVP candidate so far early on. But the one thing that I saw from this game that I thought was hysterical is rookie wide receiver Tez Johnson, who came in and had an elevated role because they've got a bunch of injuries on the Bucs. He caught an insane 45-yard touchdown from Baker Mayfield. Like, fingertip, just grabbed, caught it. Fans go crazy. He does this insane, like, front, back, half flip handspring thing. And all of a sudden, after all this, the entire crowd starts chanting MVP, 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 MVP. After the game, Tez was interviewed, and he was like, when I scored, I heard MVP chants, and I was like, they're talking about me.
Of course they are.
And then he thinks, and he goes to Sterling Shepard, his other receiver, and he's like, Shep, they was chanting MVP, and like, I ain't done anything this year. Why are they chanting for me? And Sterling Shepard was like, they're chanting for Baker Mayfield. And then Tez is like, yeah, that makes sense.
Listen,
it's just so funny
live in
to
that
me.
delusion,
I know.
Tez. I love that for you. You're our MVP, okay?
But I just like, I don't think this is how it happened, but I just feel like he caught it, and then he hears like a couple MVP chants. He's like, that's for me. I'm going to do this crazy like flip front handspring. Does it? Crowd is going crazier only because Baker Mayfield's getting closer to the end zone. But he's like, yeah, they're chanting for me even more. This is my rookie year. I'm going to do it. And then Sterling Shepard's like, no.
Dude,
But
it's so unfortunate. I love what the Bucs are doing, and we're going to get into this at the very end about who we think are at the top of the league. One thing about the Niners, these poor guys cannot beat the injury bug, and it's we spoke about, I think 2 weeks ago, when Drew was like, Tyreek never injured and then gets injured. Fred Warner out there on the Niners. Handsome man. I have an NFL crush list. Maybe one day I'll share it, but it's all the men that I think I'm like, ooh, yummy, great to look at. Fred Warner, I was going to say yummy in my tummy.
I knew you were going to say that, and I was like, there's a lot of reasons.
Work. No, it doesn't. Anyways, so I was like, Fred Warner, and I mentioned to you and Pear, I was like, God, he's a looker. Not even 10 minutes later, Fred Warner is injured, and now he is out for the season.
I mean, he is a looker, and then we got an even clearer look at him because he took his helmet off when he was on a cart being carted off the field.
So when he was being carted off, though, I kept turning to Drew and Perry. I'm like, this is not good, but look at him. But look at him,
and
right?
he got injured well. Like, he looked good getting...
He does everything well.
It reminds me of, like, that scene in Space Jam where, like, Michael Jordan's playing baseball, and they're like, you strike out well, Mike. You look good striking out. Fred Warner looks good getting injured.
He does.
Not that I want... This isn't... I'm not...
No.
But you know what I mean?
Look up Fred Warner. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look him up. He is nice to look at. So that's what I have to say about that game.
Yep. I want to talk about the only coach that has been fired this year so far, Brian Callahan. After starting 1-5 with the Titans, his second season, he finishes with a 4-19 coaching record overall, and was fired on Monday. So I got that notification, and it said head coaching fire, and then I even started reading Mike, and I was like, there he goes. Nope. Brian Callahan. I read Mike because Mike McCoy is the interim. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So what I thought that is interesting is Cam Ward, rookie QB for the Titans. Okay, with Callahan's firing, the past 4 quarterbacks drafted number 1 and 6 of the last 8 quarterbacks drafted number 1 have seen their head coaches fired during their rookie seasons. That Des was talking about it because we were talking about other coaches getting fired, and you're like, well, that's his first season. And I was like, I mean, no, it's his second season. But coaches with rookie quarterbacks, teams want their rookie QBs and their teams to turn the corner so quickly. There's no time for coaches to like attempt to get a team together, attempt to get a chemistry together. You have to do it now. I mean, because you look at teams and players like Jaden Daniels. You look at, I mean, Caleb Williams kind of is coming into his own, but these rookie QBs that are just like
Bo Nix, what the hell?
Sorry, and Bo Nix,
oh
but also
my
Bo
God.
Nix. And Bo Nix, too.
Yeah, you better just say Bo Nix.
Bo Nix mainly is the only one.
Yeah, Bo Nix mainly.
And the quick trajectory and turnarounds of these franchises, if you don't do that, you're gone. So I think that's crazy. I do think he probably could and should have been fired, but...
I mean, Titans offense have only scored 83 points and so far, and that is the least by a Titans team through 6 games since 1985.
And
not looking good.
No, and Cam Ward, his offensive line is not doing him any favors. He was sacked 6 times on Sunday.
Oh my God.
Which is the most of his career, but not by a lot. He's been sacked at least
of his career, of his 6 games.
I know,
right.
but he's been sacked at least twice in all of his games. He's had a 4-sack game and a 5-sack game.
Dude, this guy, it's around like the Bengals.
I know.
Oh my God. And Bengals, look what happens. So Titans better shape up.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to leave you. Better shape
Stop
up.
singing songs, Des.
Oh, God, man. We're going to get sued.
Stop singing songs.
Can't help it. I'm so musical.
The last game that I think we should talk about, but there's also the Monday night games. There's so many games to talk about.
There is. I really only wanted to talk about the Chiefs.
Yeah, well, Monday night, 2 upsets. Both the Bills and the Commanders lost to lesser teams.
Yeah, Bears
apparently.
beat Commanders. Falcons beat Bills.
Yeah, so that was crazy. But yeah, we have to talk about the Chiefs game and mainly the end of the Chiefs game. But, I mean, everyone's kind of been saying, but I feel like this happens every year. The Chiefs start to lose a little bit at the very beginning of the season, and everyone's like, the Chiefs are they're done. They don't look like they're done. Mahomes had his best game of the year, had a 81.3 QBR and a 73.3 completion percentage looked great. I mean, they're looking good again for sure. So
I mean, Titans have scored 83 points over 6 games. Chiefs have scored 95 points in 3 games. So in half the time, they have scored more. Like, Chiefs are coming back.
They are. And they're starting to get their receivers healthy. Xavier Worthy's back. And they have their other receiver who I think is coming back after the gambling stuff. What's his name? Doesn't matter.
Gambling stuff. Rashee Rice is coming back from the car accident that he fled.
Oh, it was that. Right.
Yeah.
I knew it was something not good. Gambling, something. I don't know. So once they have all that back, I mean, they're only probably going to get better, which is not great for...
It's not great. But, well, I mean, I would also, like... I try not to be this fan, and that's like... No, you know what? I don't try. I am. I'm so sick of the Chiefs getting bailed out by the refs. And you might be like, okay, well, how'd they get bailed out this game? Whatever. It was a fair game. The Chiefs did not get one penalty called on them all game. Just did a quick Google search, and I was like, I know I read that wrong. Just like last week when I said Mac Jones ate 11 bananas, that was wrong, right?
We all thought that.
We all thought that. So I said, maybe we all think that this is another game. Just Googled, and Google's always right.
Always right.
It says no team has never had a penalty called on them in a game. What? Is virtually impossible in a sport. Okay, this doesn't make sense. It's saying the only time no team has ever not been called a penalty, October 13th of 2025, Chiefs had 0 accepted penalties in the game.
That's the only time?
The only time. Out of all teams. Like, if the Bills did this, I would have been like, that's insane. The Chiefs consistently, like, if something happens, and especially Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. You see that clip? Which one?
Travis Kelce. There was this clip of him going for reception, and it was questionable pass interference. No flag was thrown until Kelce looked at the ref, threw his hands up, and then you see a flag thrown. Like, it was so textbook of like, hey, what the heck? And the ref was like, oh, Travis Kelce, you're right, and threw a flag. It's
so annoying, and I think it's too easy to hate on Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Like, I think that's too... We're not doing that. I don't care enough. Like, let them live. But those are the two players I see all the time. Mahomes and Kelce consistently look to the refs and be like, did you call it? Did you call it? Other players do it, yes. But on repeat, you can look, and they will always look at the refs if it's anything close to it. And it's just so aggravating. I'm done with the Chiefs and the refs canoodling. And like, you can be like, well, the Chiefs always, a lot of times they have more penalties called on them. And it's like, yeah, but they're not having the make or break penalties being called on them. That's not happening.
And I can hear the Chiefs fans now.
I can. I know.
But like, if I ask of you, Chiefs fans, after you meditate and do some bird watching, do some soul searching. And if there was any other team out there that was having the amount of discrepancies of flags and not flags, and you would be losing your minds. So just look at it and just say that you can acknowledge, sure, you've got Andy Reid. I don't know why I'm doing this entire thing with my eyes closed, but I'm like
He's
channeling
meditating
something.
Right now.
You have Andy Reid. You have a good coach team. I'm sure there is part of that you guys aren't committing a lot of penalties, and that's fine. But you have to look at it. It is insane.
Listen, they're not doing penalties on the field, but someone always gets arrested off, so penalty in real life, can't get away from much.
Can't.
But that is weird that a lot of Chiefs players do end up with something wrong in the offseason a lot.
Yeah.
That is one. Are there other teams that like that happens to a lot?
The Dolphins.
Oh my God, seriously?
Kind of sometimes.
I knew the Chiefs, like I've heard that it's like someone always gets in trouble.
But the Dolphins do it a lot too.
Oh man.
But what's ironic about that is like people always say it's hard to have a good, disciplined coach team in Miami and South Florida where it's just like clubs and partying and whatever. Kansas City, Missouri, what are you doing out there?
But that's the thing is, well, okay, wow, now Kansas City Chiefs fans are going to come at me. So I was like, what's there to do in Kansas City?
Except crime.
Dude, low-key, it's like you're either in the big cities where there's a lot to do or if you're in nowhere. I know Kansas City is a hustling, bustling city, okay?
It's a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place, I'm sure. I have been, but not in the city. It's always on the outskirts. But it's also like if there's nothing to do, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Either way, I hope that isn't a hit on these players. I'm not trying. I'm just saying what I hear, whatever. It's just interesting. Chiefs, I don't know. Maybe just... I don't know. What if something comes out later? You know how Tom Brady and Deflategate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if something does come out that somehow the refs are in the Chiefs' pockets?
If that came out,
tinfoil hat on right now,
if
guys.
That came out that the refs are in the Chiefs' pockets, that is like, I mean, forfeit championship level insanity. I don't think that's what's happening. What I do think is happening is I do think there is like. Just like Chief Mahomes stars of the league syndrome happening.
That could be a thing too. Yeah.
But no, if that were to happen,
I don't know.
That'd be the biggest scandal.
Allegedly.
That would be the biggest scandal in NFL history. Absolutely.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So
yeah,
let's hope that that's not happening.
Let's hope. But anyways, all right, Chiefs, cool, you're back, but you're still third in the AFC West.
Do you want to talk about the insane fight that happened at the end of the game? Or not really?
Sure, yeah.
I
don't know much about it.
Oh, I mean, it was just crazy because to talk about... Now, look, I'm going to get more Chiefs fans mad at me here, but...
Do it. They're already mad.
Yeah, whatever. Mahomes has famously not been a good sport. There was that big game against the Bills where they lost because there was an offensive offsides, and Mahomes and Josh Allen meet at the end of the game, and Mahomes doesn't go, "Hey, good game," or "Wow, that was a quick." Goes, "Can you believe that call?" Blah 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 blah. Like, bro, and he whines a lot. Whatever. Chiefs fans come at me. I don't like the guy. So at the end of the game, after it's over, Mahomes extends his hands to Detroit safety Brian Branch. And you can't hear what he says, but he's got this smug little smile on his face.
Mahomes does?
Yes. And I feel like he says something. I mean, I know he's saying good game.
Oh, I thought he did.
But he did. But then he was like trying to his hand. And then Brian Branch walks away. And then Mahomes has an even smuggier little smuggy smile.
I did not expect you to go this way.
I am not defending what Brian Branch did. What Brian Branch did was insane, not defending it. But Mahomes had a smug little smile. He's being all smug and was like, "Yeah, you don't like me, man." Then... Brian Branch goes, "Hate that guy," walks up to Juju Smith-Schuster, hates him even more apparently, and just opened palm.
No, you're missing a huge thing. Juju, he went up and he goes, "Hey man, shake his hand."
That.
Yes.
But also
he doesn't just go straight up and it's like,
there is one angle where it does look
bam!
like that.
No, Juju sees Mahomes reach out, not shake his hand, and Juju is like, "I gotta get in this," and he goes, "Yo, shake his hand."
Still, Brian Branch goes from 1 to 100 and goes, "I'll shake your face," and then just punches him in the face, and then all hell breaks loose. What I think is funny is they were showing like the back and forth, and we were trying to watch the replay because we were watching it live. We're like, what happened? Dan Campbell and Andy Reid are walking to the side, like at the end of the game, and you can tell that the kerfuffle starts to happen. Both Andy Reid and Dan Campbell just like kind of see out the corner of their eye and are like, whatever, and then just keep walking.
You have to.
I know.
Have to. And as Chris Collinsworth, love the guy, but he just loves Mahomes so much. And Patrick Mahomes, being the intelligent man he is, he sees a fight and he goes, "I got to get in this. I'm not the star quarterback of this team, and if something happens to me, all hell would break loose. I got to get in this silly, stupid fight." He ends up at the bottom of the pile. Mahomes, because he had to get in there.
Yeah.
Chris Collinsworth is like, "Oh man, I'm sure they saw him and pulled him right out. He can't be down there." And it's like, Mahomes, you put yourself there.
I'm surprised Chris Collinsworth didn't. He like, "Take my headset. I got to get down there."
Yeah, he's like, "I got to go save Mahomes now." Anyways, but weren't you saying Branch has had run-ins with some issues along these lines?
He has been fined 13 times. For conduct on the field.
Because also from this one, he is now suspended next game.
One game, and I'm sure he'll also have a fine.
Yes.
But he's been fined 13 times for a various of things. Another on-field fight for taunting. He also got fined for flipping off the entire Green Bay crowd after he had already been ejected for a helmet-to-helmet hit.
This reminds me... We didn't talk about it because the news was released when we filmed or we recorded last week. But Jerry Jones.
Oh yeah, flipping off
He flipped off the Giants stadium and was fined $250,000 for flashing his middle finger at fans at MetLife Stadium.
Which
Did you hear what he said about it?
No.
He said, so he's doing this for those that aren't, I'll do it. And then, so he's giving a thumbs up.
Yep.
He's in his box suite. He's doing a thumbs up and he's looking down. And then he flips to the mid finger and then goes back to the thumb, right? Doing that. All videos are like censoring out the middle finger. We're not censoring ours because now Drew is flipping off the camera, right?
Just to show you guys what it looks like.
Okay, so Jerry Jones, I guess, is interviewed about this, and he goes, I didn't know which finger I was trying to put up.
You know what's funny about that?
He said, I was trying to do a thumbs up. Continue.
He's so old, I could believe it.
But the thing is, on the other side of the argument, he goes, I was trying to do a thumbs up, and it's like, Jerry, you were doing a thumbs up. Why all of a sudden do you switch to the middle? Not the index, not the ring, not the pinky. You just switch. There's no way, Jerry. You can't pull the old card on this one, dude.
So funny. But also, $250,000 is insane. And also, to him, he's like, cool. That's like $5 to him.
I hate that so much,
I know.
but you're so right.
I know.
You're so right. Anyways, so speaking of being fine, so crazy end of the Chiefs Lions.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm glad you brought up the Juju Smith-Schuster thing, because like even after the game, he had only nice things. He's like, Brian Branch is a hell of a player. Like, I'm sure the temper's got the best of him. And there was one thing that Detroit fans will point out, I'm sure, is Brian Branch said that he felt like he was being bullied on the field the entire game, and what he thought was a really clear block in the back that Juju had on him that the refs didn't call. And he was saying that he felt like he could have really gotten injured because of that. I saw it. It could have been called, could have not been called, but whatever. He even said, he's like, I can't do that. And if Dan Man Campbell has anything to say about it, I'm sure.
Yeah, dude, I would be scared of Dan Campbell. Such a nice guy, but man, don't want to get him mad.
No. So, but anyway, kind of moving. Last little thing to talk about, like at the very end, is just with the Bills having lost 2 games, the Lions now having lost 2 games, the Eagles having lost 2 games. Like, there's all of these teams that we thought were going to be at the very top, and they're scuffling a little bit. I mean, the Bills are on a 2-game losing streak. Eagles on a 2-game losing streak. Ravens only have 1 win.
Unreal.
So it's just kind of crazy to think about, like, who are the, like, top teams in the NFL. What I wanted to ask you real quick to get into this, and it's not like a gotcha thing, because I couldn't think of it. There are only 4 teams that only have 1 loss. Do you know who they are?
4 teams that only have 1 loss right now?
Yes.
Colts, Bucks, Steelers?
Mm-hmm. Those are all, and then the other one's a trick one. It's Green Bay, because they have a tie.
Oh, okay.
But they only have 1 loss, technically.
Huh.
But when I saw that the Bills and the Eagles and the Lions all had 2 losses, I was like, does every team have 2 losses? Like,
yeah.
That has to be it. You are much better than I was. I couldn't think of any of those teams. The Colts are 5-1. The Steelers are 4-1. The Bucks are 5-1. And like, no one's really. I mean, they're kind of talking about it, but everyone's still assuming the Colts are an anomaly, which I'm starting to think they're not. And Aaron Rodgers is quietly leading the Steelers to a 4-1 start. So I don't know. Off all of that, do you have like your top teams that you think?
So I think we were talking about, I was like, why don't we do our top 3 teams that we think right now? Because NFL always release their power rankings. These are sort of our top 3 power rankings, okay, of who we think are the top teams in the NFL. You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. And I want to say in no particular order, but I think I have to say in a particular order.
Okay.
Number 1, Bucks, baby. Baker Bucks is bucking around, and baby, they're on.
You can do it.
Top. Oh, shit.
They're trying to think of a top, but with a B word.
Bravo, Bucks. Number 1, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Bucks, number 1. Number 2, the Rams.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're 4-2. I think the Rams have a shot of being really, really good this year. And I know it's like now the power rankings right now. And obviously we just mentioned 4 teams that only have 1 loss, and that's not the Rams. I think the Rams are up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3. You would think I'd say the Colts, but hang on just a second.
Is it the Colts?
No, it's
Oh, hang on.
not.
Sorry, I'll hang on.
It's all right. You can listen, and I'll tell you why I don't think it's the Colts.
Okay.
The Colts are 5-1. You'd be like, oh my God, an anomaly. What's happening, right? This was said a lot about the Broncos last year, so I'm going to say about the Colts. The Colts have barely played any good teams, and when they do, they lose. They have lost against the Rams, and the only other, let me just go through who they've played against, okay? The Dolphins, sorry. The Titans, the Raiders, the Cardinals, okay? They beat all of them. Broncos is one of those. They beat us by 1 point. Yes, it's a win, but it's not a beat down, okay? They're beating down these awful, awful teams. Then they're going to be playing the Titans. They're about to go up against, sorry, not that, but they have the Chargers, they have the Steelers coming up, the Chiefs, the Jags, ironically, are 4-2. I think they're going to be in for a rude awakening. I think they have been playing mediocre teams because of where they were last year, and I think they're going to be put up against teams that are actually going to be a good competitor. So I don't think it's the Colts.
I mean, they have the Chargers next week, and then they have the Titans, but then they have the Steelers, could be tough. The Falcons that just beat the Bills.
I just said all of this.
You did?
Oh my God. We got to get over this. We're over an hour. My third, it's not the Colts. I'm sick of my co-hosts. My third, the Lions. Yes, I know the Chiefs just beat them. I think the Chiefs needed this win, okay? I think it's the Lions is number 3. So I got the Bucks, the Rams, the Lions. Those are my top 3 power rankings. Drew, take it away, and I promise I will actually listen to you like a good co-host should.
I agree with everything Des said. I think those 3 teams are the 3 teams that I have
what are
too,
your
and
top
I agree
3?
with them as well.
What are your top 3?
Well, I also have the Bucks. I think,
Number 1?
Yes.
Love
mine are in no particular order.
But you have to.
Do I?
Yes. To make it fun.
Okay, then the Bucks.
Okay, number one
for sure. But I do agree with everything Des said. I think Baker is insane. I think on top of all of his actual stats, he has that like heart stat that you just can't like qualify or quantify, but that's there. I'm still keeping the Bills there. Just
number 2.
Yes,
all
because
right.
they're just. I think they're having a little bit of a skid, and that's fine. Teams lose games in the season. That's what happens. Josh Allen still scares the ever-living hell out of me.
He has not been good this year.
He's been not as good as he typically is, which is MVP level. I still think
valid.
He's very good.
Okay.
Then my last one, this is going to be crazy, but they just beat the second team in my Drew's power rankings. I think the Patriots look... They look really good.
Oh my God.
Drake May is coming into his own.
Okay.
Vrabel is the coach that the Patriots need right now.
Victory Vrabel.
This pains me to say this as a Dolphins fan.
Yeah, I know.
But they look really good.
They're looking, and they're top of your division right now, above the Bills.
I know.
The Patriots are above the Bills.
So I think, I kind of want to have them either there or like outside looking in, like on 4th. Ooh. But I don't know who my 3rd is, so I'm like, let's just put the 3rd there.
I like that. So who do you have?
I've got Bucks, I've got Bills, I've got Patriots.
That's awesome,
I
dude.
know.
Guys, what a good season. I know if your team's not doing good, I'm sorry, as I'm sitting across that. But it's cool when we can see teams that are coming out of nowhere do well. It's what makes the sport interesting. Other than that, anything else you have to say, Drewski?
I'm really sorry. The thing, we'll talk about it off air, but like I start being like, that's a good idea. And then I start Googling to go into your thought process, which is already what's happening.
But that's okay, because I know that's, people listening don't know that's what you're doing, but I know you are Googling, and I know, okay, he's not listening. So I always hope you're going to say something I haven't said. But that's okay. You're good. You're good. You're just doubling down on my opinion, which I need to always be backed up on.
I agree with everything
you know what I mean?
She says at all times.
No, you don't need to do that. That's not what makes a good podcast. So I think that's it.
One last thing real quick, though.
Oh, my God.
No.
Yeah.
We are loving all of our fans and everything, and everything's going really, really
Thank you,
well. We are seeing downloads continue to go up. We really, really appreciate that. We're seeing review.
This is good cop, bad cop right now. No, we need more. Okay. We need more from you. Just kidding. It's okay. You keep me nice.
We're seeing 5-star reviews, and
I'm not.
I think we only have 5-star reviews, and that's amazing.
That's fine.
If you could leave written reviews, that also helps us a lot.
It helps us abundantly, and I hate being that podcast actually that asks for reviews.
But it does help a lot. Review, follow, notifications, all that fun stuff.
Reviews is what boosts our podcast on the platform, and while we enjoy talking to us, we need to talk to more people.
We do need to talk to more people.
So that we can start getting paid, guys. Because we keep getting sued.
Yeah.
And we need money.
We are in the black.
Yes.
Or the red. What's the bad one?
Red. God, my dad's going to yell at me.
Ed, we're sorry.
We need reviews. So what are you going to get in return for a review? We're going to read it.
We'll read your reviews on air. So make them as weird or crazy as you want.
Yes, we will read them. We'll call out your name. Yep. So leave reviews, and we're going to start doing that. So if we get no reviews, I'm going to yell at you again. Just one. We just need a single review.
One review.
Spotify or Apple.
Yep.
Both of those two.
Leave those reviews because the angrier Des is, I get all of it. So.
Yes. It's all directed at Drew. So if you
care about me.
If you want his life to be a nightmare, don't leave a review.
No, don't do that. Leave a review, please. My life's already a nightmare.
It never rains in Southern California.
I never heard that song.
We're going to play it right. You know what? No.
Don't play it now.
I'm going to play it right now.
No, you can't. That literally will get sued.
We can. I need to get sued so that people feel bad for us. And with that being said,
go Dolphins! Turn it off.
Oh, I know this song. You know this song.